Can you hear and see me all right?
Yes, so far so good.
Second, I'm gonna pin that really quick. Okay.
All right, whenever you're ready, go ahead.
You bastard! Why the hell haven't you returned my calls? Oh, Allie, sweetie, I'm terribly sorry. I thought you were... Never mind. I needn't bore you with my dreary details. Me? Oh, fine, I suppose. No, not yet. These things take such time, but everyone knows that this part was practically written for me. I am Scarlett O'Hara. Really now? Tell me where you heard such nonsense. The Hartford Courant? Oh, Allie. No modern sophisticate reads the Hartford Courant, especially we Hepburns. Why, after all the vicious lies they printed about Tom, well, I certainly thank you for bringing this morsel of news to my attention, but as you know, I never read anything about myself unless it is true, which means I never read anything about myself. Bye-bye now. For some indefinable reason, the press has never been fond of me. Not to say the feeling is mutual, mind you. Hepburn flees Hollywood. Career in Tailspin by Luella Parsons. This should make for an interesting read. Katharine Hepburn retired home last month to Mummy and Daddy with her 14-carat tail tucked properly in between her society legs. For despite 6 years of stardom and 6 straight flops in a row, Katharine of Arrogance is anxiously waiting to be offered the role of Scarlett O'Hara in Gone with the Wind. And so, in short, Hepburn is out of Hollywood, out of work, out of luck, and thankfully out of sight. I think she just about covered everything. Katharine Hepburn was a 4-time Oscar winner and an Academy Award-winning actress. But behind the face of Hollywood and stardom was an insecure 14-year-old girl yearning to make her father proud. Always craving happiness and a perfect life, Hepburn realizes that happiness is unachievable when she hides herself behind a mask. Tea at 5, Matthew Lombardo. Bring! Bring! Hello? Leland, for Christ's sake, where the hell have you been? Have you talked to Selznick? Unacceptable! I have done 1 screen test in my whole entire life, and even that was too many. I don't care. Call him back. Tell him something. Anything. Oh, for God's sakes, I'll do for nothing. Just get me that pod. I want Scarlett O'Hara. I need Scarlett O'Hara. It is evident from your tone you have yet to fully comprehend my position on the matter. So let me clarify myself. If I don't play Scarlett O'Hara, you won't be playing my manager anymore. You don't think so? Try me. Leland Hayward was briefly my lover prior to becoming my agent. Tragically, he excelled at neither. I know what you're thinking, that my behavior is contemptible. Well, you're damn right. It is at times, and it's not something I'm proud of. But it has to be, I suppose. The first thing you should know about we Hepburns is that we are creatures of habit. We rise with the sun, retire by the moon. What Tom and I used to. He was quite extraordinary, really. Tom. I know lots of sisters look up to their older brothers and all, but Tom truly was. Bring! Bring! Hello? Oh, Leland, I'm so terribly sorry for all those foul things I said to... Oh, you did? Oh, he has? Oh, don't worry, I won't... Vivian who? But nobody knows her. She's not a star. She's not even American. Are you telling me Selznick went with an unknown? Leland, I have to hang up now. Hello? Dottie, it's me. Not much, fine, thank you. I was just wondering if you and Mother might be coming up this evening. I thought we might... Oh, that's right. Yes, I forgot. No, sorry, No, Dottie, I'm afraid I didn't. Well, Leland just called and... Well, they decided to go with someone else, but... You know me, Daddy, not to worry. I'm going to make you proud of me again, Daddy. I'm gonna... No, that's all right. You go. My love for Mother. When I was 14, Tom and I went to go stay with Aunt Mary in Greenwich Village during Easter vacations. She took us everywhere imaginable. The night before we were to leave, we saw a Connecticut Yankee in King Arthur's Court. Tom and I enjoyed going to the cinema, but this time he just sat there in the seat beside me, motionless. When we got back to Auntie's house, she had put a pan of milk on the stove for hot cocoa, but Tom wasn't interested. He was tired and simply wanted to go to bed. The next morning, I tiptoed up the steps to Auntie's attic where Tom stayed. I tiptoed because Tom and I used to love scaring the dickens out of each other. This time, my brother Tom was 15, straight A student, wonderful athlete, caring friend, and was dangling from a twisted sheet he had tied around his neck. Aunt Mary immediately called my parents back in Hartford, and before I knew it, I was on the ferry headed home. The next 2 weeks in Hartford were unbearable. I was the oldest now, and it was my responsibility to look over a family that was on the verge of collapse. But what to do? So I took a pair of scissors, went up to my room, and I cut strand after strand of my hair till there's about only an inch or so left, just like Tom. Then I went upstairs to my father's room, opened the door, and walked inside. Stood there for a moment until he turned to look at me. Dear God, Katie, what have you done? You look just like Tom. I'm going to make you proud of me, Father. I'm going to make you proud of me. Somewhere inside is that young girl that used to go to the cinema with her brother, always seeing the same film twice, hoping that maybe the second time they might show an alternate reel. But what about me? What if I could have an alternate reel? You want to know what I'd change? Not a goddamn thing. On second thought. Thank you.
Thank you, Jane. All right, just give me a moment to finish up a sentence or two, and then we'll move on to